Hey, what's going
guys.
on? It's Chris and Jasmine back with you.
We haven't posted a video in a while because Chris's work schedule was not the best. Yes, so we didn't really have time to post the video. But we're back with the jump off.
Yeah. We want to talk to you about how to stay true to yourself without compromising your relationship.
Yes, which is a very serious topic that most people don't even understand that they're doing until it's already too late. So I guess I could start off with me personally dealing with that. I got married young, so I really didn't understand the importance of still staying true to yourself while also being a good mom and a good wife. It is very possible to do all three of those things without compromising yourself, but most women will put their husband or children before them. And in marriage you're not taught to be selfish, but in that aspect you have to be true to yourself in order to be the best version of yourself for you, your spouse, and your children. And that's very important to do.
Yeah, because if you're not true to yourself, then you're not going to be happy.
No.
So you can't. You want to get along with your spouse, and you're going to change as you grow together. But one of the things that you don't want to do is change too much that you're not yourself, because you still need to do the things that you enjoy doing. Sometimes you need time to yourself, just to do the things you like to do. Me, I'll play Madden, so or go work out, or just do something with the fellas, which I rarely do. But it's things that I could do, and try to relax or to be me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I just focused on me personally. I just wanted to give my children what I did not have growing up. We both came from families that weren't, mom and a dad unit, things of that nature. And so I just wanted that for my kids. And so I did everything I thought or seen to do. And I didn't fit myself in that equation. And I look up, and 10 years later, I don't even know who I am, because I'm so focused on being Mrs. Davis and mom that I forgot who Jasmine was. And that was a huge struggle, because then you become like, okay, so what now? What should I do? What am I going to do with myself? And I had to think about it. My kids are growing up, and they're going to look back like, okay, Mommy, well, what did you do? And so that kind of gave me a kick in the butt to get it together and focus more on me, and be a better person, period. I mean, it's made me happier, more fulfilled, walking in purpose. And I think that's very, very important for husband and wife to still maintain their own identity while in a marriage.
Yeah. See, it was kind of easy for me. I didn't have to deal with these issues as much as Jasmine, but because she made it possible for me, to go to school, to go to work, to get a degree, and to do the things that I needed to do. But in during that process, she wasn't able to do the things that she wanted to do, and she was losing her identity somewhat. So she had to get that back. So over the last few years, she's been doing her thing, and she's been being more selfish. Because like I say, when kids come into the equation, that makes things more difficult. Yeah. But sometimes, you love your kids, but sometimes you just gotta be like, forget them punk kids or whatever. But you just take care of yourself first, because you can't really take care of others when you're not 100% or when you're not healthy.
No, not at all. And I mean, everyone around you suffers. Like, everyone around you suffers when you aren't living up to who you are. And I think it took, at first, Chris didn't really understand my struggles, because he was like, he didn't get it. Like, I don't understand, because he wasn't, it wasn't affecting him the way it was affecting me. He didn't, and I never really spoke about it. I just, kept the train moving. But
yeah, because I'm old fashioned, like I say. So I believe that the man should make the money, do what he got to do. If the woman wants to work, she can work. She can do what she want to do. Her money is for her, but I'm old fashioned, so if his wife doesn't want to work, then she don't have to work. So
Yeah, but I mean, I think early on when we got married, we had how we wanted our life to be. We wanted us to have kids, me be at home, raise them until they're able to go to school, and then I
yeah,
do my own thing. But that never was me.
yeah. And
So
the thing about that is, like, say, me working and doing all these things and the wife being home, daycare. Daycare is very expensive, especially when you have 3 kids.
oh well,
So we called somewhere out here, and just for part time for one of our kids, it was like $250 a week, and that's just
Yes.
from 8 to 12.
mm-mm,
So it's like $400 all day
Can't
for
do
one
it.
kid, and I was like, what's the purpose of her working? And just to be paying this money out.
just to be paying daycare.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah, and I mean, I love him for being the way that he is, willing to do whatever to provide and all those good things. That's all great, but you have to be true to you. Some women are very okay with being at home and really not working, or they're content, and everyone's just not built like that. Some women like to be moving. Some women like all the movers and the shakers. And to me, I was always a mover and a shaker, but I made a sacrifice for the greater good of our family. But in that time period, I lost myself, which was something that was my fault of my own, because I could have still been selfish and kept moving, but I didn't. And so that was that was something that I experienced, and I just wanted to speak on that. If anybody's experiencing that, just don't stop moving.
Yeah, because we got very comfortable the way things were. So
I think we both got comfortable.
yeah, and then also, like I say, just because this is our situation, how we go about things, like I say, do whatever works for you. Like I say, if the
Yeah.
husband stays home or the boyfriend stays home and the woman works, then that's fine. Just find whatever works for you, and and make the best out of that.
But no matter what you do, no matter if both people are working, one person is working, whatever the case may be, whatever you do, just stay true to you, regardless. You can still, if a person stops loving you the way you need to be loved because you're choosing to do what's best for you, that is not the person for you. Period. If I would have came to a point when I spoke to my husband and said, listen, this is not working out for me. I'm not happy anymore. I'm not this, I'm not that. And his response was, well, this is what it is. This is what... No, that's not marriage. If one person is feeling some type of way, it's up to both of you guys to make that right. Because you feed off of each other, and sometimes the situation is the way it is because of actions of both of you. So it's important to communicate those feelings, even if you're unsure of why you feel the way you feel. Talk it out with your spouse, not other people, with your spouse, yourself if you got to, God too. Talk that out so you can figure it out, and once you figure it out, get a plan in motion and just keep moving. Period. That's important.
Yeah. We're going to close it out. And I just wanted to give a tip to the fellas, to the gentlemen out there. When you come home from work and you had an easy day, don't let your spouse know. Tell her you've always worked hard, because once you get home, she's going to push you to work if you've had an easy day. So every day you had a hard day at work, let them know.
Well, that was shady. I'm just going to say this. Regardless of what your day was, this is also to the men. Since he's addressing men, I'm addressing the men too, because that was shady. Regardless of how your day was, realize that your spouse also could have had a hard, easy, whatever day that may be. But it's your job also to come home like, how was your day?
Yeah,
and I think in that, yes, that's very true. Since he wanted to be shady, but I'm gonna flip it back to the women. Regardless of how your day went, regardless of how you feel, you still have to engage your spouse. It's very important you never know. Sometimes you could talk to your spouse 2 hours before and you were good. But in that 2 hour span, a lot could have happened. Your attitude could change. They can come in the house expecting something different, and they come in and you got your face frowned up. And it's easy to do because life happens. But it's important to, not take that attitude personal, and try to get to the bottom of why they feel the way they feel, even if they're coming in the door with that face, or you're coming into the door and you're experiencing that attitude. You need to get to the root of why it is, instead of being defensive and like, why you always got an attitude? Why you always... Figure it out. Be what you're supposed to be. Be that boulder holding your spouse up, figuring it out, not throwing rocks. That's very important.
Yep.
So,
And again, fellas, every day was a hard day.
you are so shady.
We'll see y'all later.
Anywho, no, we got one more thing to say. So, make sure that you let us know if there's any topics that you want us to go over, and shout that out to us. Now we're done.
Indeed.
Bye.